Thank you for downloading our complete lead system. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you just landed on this video by mistake, on the top I added a link that explains our complete lead system. In this video I'm going to show you how to customize and enhance the extension. When we are creating the extensions in general, we don't have a way to add all the functionality that we want. As an example, we cannot create reports on the extension. We cannot create views. We cannot customize the fields. We cannot customize the home page and so on. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. You can also take advantage of our Wednesday 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime webinars. Those are free to everyone that installed our extensions, even on a free trial. We are going to start our journey by installing the extension. I will go to the settings on the top. I will go to under Marketplace. I will click on all, and then I will search for ABR. Once you search for ABR, you will get all our extensions. Right now we have 4, but we'll have many more in the near future. If you click on ABR Complete Lead System, it will start basically the installation process. On this page, you will see also that we have a video that explains about the extension. Let's go to Start Free Trial. We'll select those checkboxes, click on Continue. We'll need to select it here as well and click on Install. In order for all the company or part of the company's employees to use the extension, you will need to click on Install for all users. If, for example, you only have a sales team and you want them to use it, you can choose profiles. But I really recommend everybody to have access to it. It will not cost you more if you are installing it for all the company or part of the company. Okay, so I will let it run and I will pause the video and proceed with the video whenever this is done. Okay, the installation is continuing. I'm not doing anything. It's just I let it run in the background. As part of the installation of the system, you will need to have a click bot. The idea of the click bot is whenever leads supposed to be contacted, you will be contacted using click, and we are doing it using a bot. So I will show you in a second how to do it. In this screen, you will need to click on Authorize. You're basically authorizing Zoho CRM. And in this case, I'm going to install it on the production. Production means your live system. If you have also a development account, you will see it as well. If you have Sandbox, you will see it as well. In my case, I want to see it on the live system, and I will click on Submit. And now I need to provide click access to CRM. I will also approve that. And that will finish the basic installation process. Next, we will need to click on Finish. Once you clicked on Finish, you will reach this page and it will ask you for the ClickBot name and the data center URL. The ClickBot name, it's something that I will show you in a second how to configure, but for now, just write here some name, and the name will be all lowercase with no spaces or special characters. In my case, I just wrote Click Assistant. You can use the same name or anything else. We also added data center support, which means our extensions can work on any data center in the world. All you need to do is just click here and select your data center. If you don't know what is your data center, just look at the top and you will see here that mine is crm.zoho.com. And here it will be pre-selected automatically for you. Whenever you select the one, click on Save Settings, and you're good to go to continue and configure your click extension. If I will go to click.zoho.com, which this is the click notification system, you will see on the left side that you have contacts, and under contacts you will have your contacts, and below that you will have bots. I will have here 3 bots that already been created, but if you do not have a click bot, you will need to create one yourself. Relatively simple. You click on the plus button beside bots, and then you click on the button Create Your Own Bot. Let's give it a name. The name needs to be one word, all lowercase in this example. So we'll do sales click. And in the description, we'll write this bot will send follow-up notifications to the sales team. On the bottom, I will click on organization. It means that anyone from the organization can be subscribed to this bot, and I will click on save bot. Next, I will need to get the name of the bot, and the name of the bot is the one that we selected. So it's one word, sales click. If you want just to copy paste it, you can click on the name sales click, and then you can copy it from here. So there will be a long address, and eventually after a bot there will be a sales click. That's the bot name that we need for the installation. And then we're going back this page, and I will just paste the name of the bot and click on save. Now, in terms of the installation, everything is done. In order to check if Click is installed properly, you will need to create a new lead. And let's give it some kind of a name. It doesn't really matter what name. I just want to create a new one. We'll save it. And on the bottom, you need to see Click basically telling you that a new lead was created for you. And if you click here, it will open a new page and will take you to the lead. So first of all, as you already see, whenever there is a new lead, it will report to the bot and the sales team can take action on that. So this is step number one. Step number two, I like to rearrange the fields of the extension. As an example, you will see that you have here the lead first response time that will tell you how fast your salespeople are responding to leads. You will have here the next follow-up, when the salesperson is supposed to talk to the lead. And you will have also the follow-up reason why the salesperson is supposed to answer the lead. As you can see, the system just throw it here, but I want to make a nice section and to have everything in one place. In order to customize the page, you will need to go to any lead, and then you will click on Edit on the right top. And then you will click on Edit Page Layout. That will load the customization page, and as you can see here, you will have all the follow-up fields here. There is a chance that in your system Zoho throw it in a different place, but again, it will be there. Let's grab a new section. It will be the one on the bottom, and let's put it below the top section. So now we have a new section. We'll call it ABR Follow-up System. And I will drag and drop the following field, the load qualification questions. And that means if you like to qualify the lead, and we'll touch this point later, the lost reason, which whenever you are determining that the lead is lost, it will ask you also why the lead was lost, so later on you can report on that. The follow-up questions, the follow-up reason, the lead first response, and also the next follow-up. The two fields that you will make use the most will be the two on the top, which those are the next follow-up, when is the next time that we're supposed to follow up with the lead, and also follow-up reason, why do we need to do it. In most cases, the system is smart enough to update the follow-up reason for you. As an example, and let's click on save so the changes will be saved. If I will go to this lead, let me just refresh, you can see that the system created a follow-up reason name new lead created and ask you to follow up with the lead right now because it's a new lead. So the system can also do it for you automatically. Also with the blueprint that we created, that I will show you at the end of the video, I will show you how to use this blueprint. You can see here that if you click, for example, on follow-up required, it will ask you, okay, so when is the next time that you like to follow up, and you will need to select a date, and also you can write the reason. Okay, great call with Lior, need to discuss pricing. And then whenever you will need to talk to this person again, you know exactly why you need to talk to him. Also, if the next follow-up is in the future, and let's click save, you can see that right now it's March 2nd, so the 3rd will be in the future. You can see that right now I can see all the leads. Later on we are going to create a working view that will not show me the leads from the future, but basically the next follow-up is tomorrow. I will see only the leads that are for now or in the past. Next we are going to create our working view. The working view will allow me, the salesperson, to see exactly what I need to do today. If I have 200 leads that I'm supposed to take care of, I don't care about those 200. I care only about the ones that I need to contact today. Some leads will ask me to contact them in the future, and obviously it's not helping me. Some leads will be lost leads. Obviously I don't care about them. Some of them are junk. I don't care about them. I care only about the leads that I'm supposed to take care of today, and that will allow us to be more efficient. In order to create the view, you will need to click on leads, and then you will click on the all leads or whatever you have on this list, and then it will open the drop down. And then we need to click on new custom view. The name will be ABR my follow-ups. On the top you will need to click and you will need to select the next follow-up and change it here to today. You will click on the button on the right side. Again, you will need to select the next follow-up and you will write till yesterday. And you will need to change the end to or. This criteria will load all the leads that the follow-up is today or in the past, the one that you missed. Let's say that you were sick, you came to work after a few days, the leads are not gone. You will still see them. Let's click on the plus button and we'll select the lead status. And we are going to say that the lead status is not lost lead, and it's also not junk lead. So if the lead is lost or junk, I don't want to see them in any case. So they will be out of the system. Next, it's an optional criteria. If I will work on a system that everybody sees everyone, so basically all the salespeople see everyone's sales leads, I will just leave it like that and I will continue. If it's a bigger organization where you have that each salesperson needs to see only his own leads, you will click on the plus button. You will write here owner, which is the lead owner is, and here you select the logged in user. In this case, every salesperson will see only his own leads and not everybody's leads. Okay, and that will be the criteria here. On the bottom, we are going to create a nice view. I am going to remove the first and last name, but in order to be able to remove the last name, I will need to add the full name. So I will write here name, and that will be the lead name. I will put it on the top, and only then you will be able to remove the last name. The company, if you want it, you can leave it. If not, you can click on the minus and it will be gone. In my case, I will keep it. I will have also the phone number. Some companies will like also to have the mobile number. You can have it as well. I will also like to have the lead status. I would like to have the follow-up, the next follow-up, and also the follow-up reason. So all those fields will be very much necessary for me. And I will also add the created time. And the created time is when this lead was created. And sometimes you will want to sort the leads based on the newest will be on the top, and the created time will allow us to do that. On the bottom, I will share this view with everyone, and I will also click on lock this view. So I'm sharing it with everyone that they can use it, but they will not be able to make changes to it. And lastly, I'm going to click on the star beside the name, and that will put it in the favorites of the views. And let's click on save. Now, if I will click here, you will see that this view is in the favorites. And also I have here nothing, because all the leads that I have right now are or in the future, or I don't need to contact them. So let's create a new lead, just so we can have something in the view. Let's call it Dear Isaac. The phone will be some phone and an email. Put a test email. Awesome. And let's click on save. And the system alerting me that a new lead was created. This is awesome. When you create it manually, again, it's not giving you anything, but when you are receiving a lead from the website or a remote location, obviously it's useful that you can take action on that. Click also is available on your mobile device, so you will get a notification to your mobile device. It's awesome. I love Click. Now let's see how this view is working in action. So if I click on the leads, I can see that the new lead was received. I can see here the name, the company name. I can see the lead status, which is empty. It means it's new. You have a next follow-up is for today. The reason is that a new lead was created, and then you have the created time. Let's assume that you try to contact this lead, and let's click on the lead. You call this person and he did not answer. So I will click on attempt to call one. The system is asking me when I need to call this person again, and I will say, for example, tomorrow, and I will click on save. Right now, an email was automatically sent to this person, and you can also edit those templates, and I will show you in a second how to do it. And also, there will be a reminder for me for tomorrow here to call this person, and the system will also update automatically the follow-up reason to call attempt, which means I try to call this person. If I click on the leads, this lead is gone from the system. Next, we are going to work on the home page. The home page will be a place that you can see everything that is necessary for you to run your day in an efficient way. So first of all, when you click on home, you will see your home page. And on the right top, you will see which type of home page you're running, because you might have multiple of them. In order to customize your home page, you will click on Customize Home Page. And then you will select the same one. We worked on the manager's home, and this is the one we are going to click on. Now you will see your home page, and in order to mix and add your follow-up view, you will need to go to the left side to click on Custom View. You will need to choose the Leads module, and that will be the first one. And then you will see here in the favorite ABR My Follow-ups. So I will just click on it and it will automatically be added to the bottom of the screen. If you want it on the top as an example, you just take it and drag and drop it to the top. Okay? And then you can move it. You can also click and you can resize, so you can play with it as you like. My preference is that on the home page, I will have my leads, I will have my opportunities. It's not covered in this video, obviously, but in order to have a nice system, you will have your leads, you will have the follow-ups for your opportunities, you will have the follow-ups for accounts, what type of accounts, and so on. So you will have everything that you need in one place. Whenever you're done, you can click on save. And by the way, let's assume that this view, you don't want it completely. You will click on the three dots and you will click on delete, and now it's gone. And then you can maybe do it like that. It's up to you, of course. And then I click on save. If I will go to my home page now, you will see here the ABR My Follow-ups. It's available and it's always updated based on your real lead system. Next, we are going to work on the manager's report. The management is supposed to know which salespeople are doing their job properly and which ones not. Who are the slackers and who are the winners. In this section of this video, I'm going to show you how to create a manager's report that the management will know exactly who are the slackers and who's not. You can also find a direct correlation between people that are showing up on the slackers report and the amount of lost leads that they have. Okay, so it's very important not to be a slacker in this case. If you will go to the report section on the right side and you will click on the create report, and please click on leads, which is this is the primary module that we are going to work on. We're going to click on continue and then another continue on the right top. Now you will have here a bunch of fields that we are going to change. We are going to keep only the full name. I will remove the rest. It's not really relevant for this specific report. And then when I want to add more fields, I will click on the plus button. In this case, I like to see the full name. And of course, you can have any fields that you like. I like to see the next follow-up. I like to see the follow-up reason. I like to see also the response time. As part of this plugin, we can see also when was the first response to this lead. The longer the response that it takes you to respond for the first time to the lead, the lower chances that it will convert. So this is a crucial part of this report. Another field will be the lead status. And I am going to click on save and all of them are here. If you want to move things around, let's say I want the first response to be on the bottom, I will just drag and drop it to the bottom. And I will have one more field and that will be the owner, the lead owner, and I will put the lead owner in the beginning. So I can see who are my slackers. I can see the full name, the next follow-up that obviously was missed if it will be in this report, what was the reason to follow up, what is the status and how much time it took them. If you see those as empty, okay, the lead status is empty and also the first response, it means it's a new lead that was never even reached. No one contacted them at all. In the filter section, I am going to create a filter that will show me only the leads that the next follow-up is more than a day. So I will click on the filters. Here I will have that the next follow-up ages bigger or equal to 1. So that will show me all the leads that I missed them for more than a day. And of course, if you want 2 days, you can change it to 2 days, for example. And then we'll click on save. At this point, I see only one lead that I missed more than a day or 2 days. And that will be March the 2nd, was the next follow-up. No one contacted this lead. Horrible. Okay. Now, if you want, you can have any kind of filtration that you like based on your needs. Some people will have here also that the lead status is not lost lead or junk lead. So if the lead was moved to junk or lost, we don't want to see them in the report. That's also a good filtration if you want, of course. And we'll click on save. We'll give it a name. We'll call it the Slackers report. It is what it is, right? And we'll click on save. Now this report is in the system, and what I want to do is to send this report on a daily basis to the management. So we are going to click here on the small back button, and I will go to the scheduled reports tab, and that will be this guy. We'll create a new scheduler under the new report scheduler, and The report can come with PDF, Excel, or CSV. We'll keep it in Excel for this time. Start date will be today, fine. Repetition will be on a daily basis. It will never expire, it will always run. On the top, by the way, here I forgot to select the report, and that will be the Slacker's report. Okay, and the recipients will be who the people that's supposed to get it. You can click on roles and say that all the CEOs will receive it, for example, or all the sales managers. You can also make it by group if you have groups in your system, or specific users. I don't like to select specific users because people come and go. I like to go usually with roles, because a role can send to multiple people at the same time. And if you have additional recipients, for example, you work with a call center and the call center manager is not in your system, but still he needs to use it to see it, you can also add more people here with comma separation email address. And then you click on schedule, and this report will be sent on a daily basis to the management. Fantastic. Next, we are going to talk about qualifying questions. Whenever a new lead comes in, there is a way to ask the leads a set of questions that will help me qualify the leads, to know if the lead is good for my company or not. Can he afford my services or not? And so on. So in this section, I'm going to show you how to use the blueprint to load qualifying questions. So first of all, I will click on the settings. We'll go to modules and fields. We'll go to the leads module. We'll click on standard, and that will allow me to edit and add more questions. Let's add a section. We'll call it qualifying questions. And let's assume that I will have two questions that will be a qualifier for me. One will be a pick list that will be what or which services do you need? And let's say that I have one, it will be service A, and the other one will be service B. And we'll have one more qualifying question, and that will be when do you need the service to start? And those will be the two qualifying questions. Obviously, you can have more. I don't recommend, by the way, more than 10, because it's the page becoming just too big and it's not working well. Let's now go to one of the leads. Let's refresh it. When I'm clicking on call answered, the system will ask me if I like to load any qualifying questions. If I will say no, you just click on save and you go and nothing happens. If you click on yes, then I want to load those qualifying questions, and I will show you how to do it right now. So first of all, we created the qualifying questions. Next, I will need to go to settings, modules and fields. I will need to click on the leads module, and then I will need to go to the layout rules. In the layout rules, I will click on new layout rule, and I will name it qualifying questions, and the field that I'm going to select will be load qualification questions. Now, the first condition will be if the load qualification question is yes, this is when I need to show those questions. And then I will click on next. And then the system will ask me what I want to do, and I will click here on set mandatory fields. And the two fields that I created was which services do you need? The other one was when you want to start. So those will be the two fields. Let's assume that I have more fields, and it will be, let's say, what is your city? Just to know it's the right geographic location, but it can be anything that you want. And then I will click on save. If I will go back to my lead and I will click on refresh, I will click on call answered, and now in the qualification questions I will say yes, and now those 3 questions will pop up and will show me. So this is yes, and now I need service A, and that will be, for example, the reason that the city is not popping up is because the city is already pre-filled, and this is why it's not popping up. If it was empty, it would show in this list. And now I can click on save, and the blueprint will continue its way. Let's go down to make sure that the city is filled, and you can see that the city is New York, and this is why I didn't show it. Part of our extension, we also loaded 5 different email templates that will be sent automatically whenever you're attempting to call people. If you will go to the settings and you will go to templates, you can see those as call attempt 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you will click on one of them and you will click on the right side on the pencil, you will be able to edit them. We made them very generic, that it will fit basically any business. And you can see here, so hello, and this is the first name. I tried to give you a call, I missed you, and I will try to give you a call in a few hours. If you want to get back to me, please call at, and then you have here the phone number, and that will be the phone number. It will be taken from the user phone number, which I will show you in a second where it is, and also it will load the user signature. Now, if I am the one who is clicking the button in the blueprint, and this is the button, let me just go to one of the leads. So if I click on attempt to call, it will be considered that I am the one that is clicking, and my phone number will come here and my signature will come here. And of course, you can make any changes that you like to this template. Whenever you're done, you click on save, you write here what you edited, and then you click on done, and those changes are saved. In order to have your phone number and the signature, you will need to click on settings, and that's something that every user that is using the system is supposed to do. Clicking on the settings, go to personal settings, and here you click on the pencil on the top right. You will have here your phone number, so let's say 647-895, whatever it is, and I will click on save. In order to have your user signature, you will click on settings, you will go to email, and here you will have your email signature, and that will say, let's say, default, and let me grab my signature from a different place. To close the video, I like to show you how to use the extension, because now it's set up properly and we can actually use it. So whenever leads will come in, the leads will land in your system. And if you have multiple salespeople, you can create assignment rules, or you can join our Wednesday 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime webinars. We'll show you how to create whatever you need about this extension or any of our extensions. Okay, Wednesday 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Now, if you will check this view will show me the person, the company, if you have a company here, the email, the phone number, the lead status, the next follow-up, and the follow-up reason. The main idea is that when you're finished your working day, your follow-up view is supposed to be empty. Because let's assume that I just worked on this lead because it's obviously in my to-do. This is the follow-up. So I click on the lead. When I click on the lead, I will try to contact this person again. So I give him a phone call. If I am able to talk to this person, it's awesome. If not, I will click on attempt to call. If I need to have a follow-up, I will click on the follow-up. But in any case, the lead status will not stay as contacted once I finish to work on this lead. If, for example, I call the person and he's interested, but not right now, maybe in the future, I will click on interested in the future. I will set the day. So let's say I will try to give him a call next year. I will have here the services that he's interested. If you remember, we set up those in the qualification questions. And when I click on save, this lead is now gone from my list because it will come back again to life only in 2024, which is in the future. When you work on those blueprints, the blueprint will show you always the next step. And the only thing that you need to do as a salesperson is just click on the different options. As an example, I tried to call the person and he didn't answer. I will click on attempt to call. And then you can see here that the system is saying no problem. When is the next time that you want to contact this person? Today is the 5th. I will say, let's say Monday. I click on save. An email will be sent to this person. And also the system will update to call tomorrow. And you can see it here on March 6th. If I go to my list, you can see that I have no more leads waiting for me. I did my job. Let's continue. Okay, and I just copy paste it from my Gmail account. We'll click on save, and it's looking for from address, so let's click here, and I will select, let's assume that this is the address, and click on save. Now if I will go to any lead, there is an email address for him. If I will click on send email and I will load the template, let's say call it temp1, you can see that the first name is missing here, so I can't see the first name. This is why it's empty. You have here my phone number and you have here my email signature, and that works well.